Welcome back. The Senate will vote today on a temporary funding measure as the deadline to avoid a government shutdown is Thursday night. Attached to that is a measure that would also suspend the debt ceiling through December 2022. It is not expected to pass, as all Republicans have voiced opposition. Joining me right now is Alabama Senator, Armed Services Committee member, and Foreign Affairs Committee member Tommy Tuberville. And Senator, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks very much for being here. So, look, we know that the Democrats can raise the debt ceiling and get us out of this crunch on their own, right? They don't need Republican support to do that.
And we've told them, Maria, for about 2 months, hey, it's on you. You've got the votes to do it. Put it in reconciliation. Get it over with. We're not going to vote for it. We didn't vote for any of this stuff that's in there. So they want to spend the money. Put it on their back, go vote for it, get it over with, and quit putting the people, all the taxpayers in harm's way, so to speak. Everybody's panicking. Let them do it.
But aren't you putting people in harm's way by just doing that, letting them handle it? Because at the end of the day, you're an elected official. You can't allow America to default. You've got to do something. So even though it's not your idea, you don't want to take on all this debt, you don't want to see all of this spending, you're in a corner, and that's exactly where they want you to be.
I don't think the Democrats are going to let this happen, Maria. And the Republicans aren't going to let it happen either. But it's their responsibility. When you're responsible for something, you go do it. And I've talked to a lot of the Democrats on their side. Hey, they want to get it out of the way. They understand the situation. So ball's in their court. Let them go.
Meanwhile, Senator, we've been debating back and forth now for months the actual cost of this reconciliation package that includes spending on child care, spending on the Green New Deal. You know, they're calling it, your colleagues on the left are saying it's $3.5 trillion, but we know that the gimmicks in there make it much more expensive. And yet this weekend, Joe Biden comes out with a whole new idea about this. He says it's free. Watch this.
Every time I hear this is going to cost A, B, C, or D, the truth is, based on the commitment that I made, it's going to cost nothing because we're going to raise the revenue.
And you say, Senator?
Well, I don't know where he's coming from. Maria, this is just for your audience. If you spend $5 trillion, that means if you spend $5 million a day for 365 days a year, every day.
Wow.
For 2,500 years, 2,500 years, you can't spend $5 trillion. And these people have lost their mind. And they think it's play money. It's not play money. It's American taxpayers' money. This first year in their administration, they're just running happy and think everything's going to be fine. They're going to own this. But really, the American taxpayers are going to own it, and we're going to fight it every day. They don't let us see anything in the bill. They just go out there and write it up and say, hey, y'all need to vote for this. We're not going to vote for it. I don't think they've got enough votes.
Yeah, well, that's one of the keys. You haven't been consulted on any of these plans at all. Now, the Biden administration has this new proposal that includes financial institutions being required to report account balances and all transactions over $600. In other words, you're going to be forcing the banks to show the Treasury all of the flow of everybody's accounts, beginning with $600. I spoke with Texas Congressman Kevin Brady about this yesterday on Sunday Morning Futures. Here's what he said.
They know this is a horrible intrusion on the privacy of everyday Americans. And they think, as I do, that the real target here is not big business or wealthy. I think they're coming after our farmers, our families, and our local small businesses with this bank surveillance. I predict they put it in.
Senator, I know that that's not in the bill now, but what is in the bill is that Biden wants to spend money to hire 80,000 new IRS agents. So what are they going to do? They're going to be trying to understand what your flow is in your bank account so that they can tax it. Tell me where this stands, this proposal. I know you're taking action against it.
Yeah. Well, we've been fighting this. The problem is they want to put hundreds of thousands of more IRS agents in play. And this is not just Republican. This is Democrat, too. This is Americans. Do you want people in your business? And right now they can find out every $10,000 you spend. But now they want to move it all the way down to $600. And if you go out and buy a wedding dress for your daughter, if you go buy a gun to go hunting, if you buy plane tickets. They're going to know everything you do, and they cannot keep a secret. They will release all your records to the media or whoever. If they don't like you, they're going to come after you. All it is the Gestapo agency, for Joe Biden, and we cannot allow this to happen. Today, I'm dropping a bill on the floor just in a few hours. It's to protect the Financial Privacy Act. Do not do this. The American people don't need the IRS in their business any more than what they are.
I think it's extraordinary. And of course, they have to raise money to appease the SALT guys, right? The senators and congressmen from New York and New Jersey want the SALT deduction back in there. So they've got to raise between $100 and $400 billion. They think that's going to do it by finding tax cheats. Yeah.
Exactly. And what they want to do is they want to tax the American people, the farmers, the people in the rural areas. But to make up for that, they want to give the SALT reductions in terms of the limousine liberals in New York and California and give them the right to write off things to where they don't have to pay as much taxes.
That's just extraordinary. They say they're fighting for the little guy. Meanwhile, they're going to put SALT deduction back in to help the rich people in New York and New Jersey, and yet they're going to be zeroing in and scrutinizing every transaction at $600 for the little guy. Real quick, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, set to testify in front of the House Armed Services Committee tomorrow, following the report that he made those phone calls to Chinese officials saying that he would warn China of any attack by the United States in advance. We also have a testimony from the Defense Secretary, Lloyd Austin, on the horizon. Your thoughts on what comes out of these testimonies?
We've been preparing this, Maria, for a couple of weeks now. They're trying to brush this underneath the carpet and get it to go away. It's not going away. We're really not after the military. The military did an excellent job. Now, we're going to ask tough questions of Milley, McKenzie, and Austin. The thing that we want to do is we want to go after not the snake, but the head of the snake, and that's Joe Biden. Joe Biden made this decision, made it on his own. Most of his generals told him, don't do it. Let's don't do it this way. If we're going to get out, let's do it the right way. But he would have no part of it. He took and ran. He put our people in jeopardy. He left people behind enemy lines, and he put our allies in a tough spot. So we'll find out something this week, actually tomorrow afternoon, from the generals and just see what they say. But it wasn't their fault. They went along with it, and that's what I'm going to hold them accountable for. This was Joe Biden's fault from day one. He wanted to get out, and we're going to nail him to the wall on this.
Yeah, he wanted a good headline on September 11th. Instead, we've got the headline of 13 of our hero servicemen dead as a result of that botched withdrawal. Senator, thanks very much. We'll be watching the testimony this week. We'll see you soon. Tommy Tuberville joining us this morning. And stay with us. We'll be right back.